Sttv. Today we got Javez English, owner of the Kikback sneaker store, here with me today. How you feeling, man?
Coolin'. Tired a little bit, but we're gonna get to it.
Hard working, right?
Yes, sir.
Well, let's jump right into it. I want to just ask, what got you into sneakers? Was it a business thing that you saw, or was it the love for sneakers?
Nah. So I would say definitely what got me into sneakers was, for real, when I was maybe about 14, just being a hype beast, you know what I mean? Just right after the Conquers came out. I mean, that was 2012, actually. When in 2012, the Conquers came out, and in 2013, I'm sorry, actually, 2011, the Conquers came out in December, and in 2012 is when the first couple releases came out, when you got White Cement 4s and stuff like that. That's when I just started getting into sneakers. And, you know, once you start making a couple dollars, you start seeing, yo, where can I spend my money at? So that's really how I got into sneakers, just being a hype beast. You know, sneakers was at its all-time high. I feel like, me personally, at 2012, we was getting KD 4s, we was getting LeBron 9s, we was getting all the Jordan throwbacks was coming back, like Jordan 4s. We was getting foam positives was hot. I just feel like sneakers was at an all-time high in 2012. We had, like, even Reebok was booming. If you remember the Shaq Gnosis, the Kamikazes, like, we was the Reebok pumps. Like, I feel like sneakers was at an all-time high in 2012. So that's when I got into it. And then that transitioned into getting, you know, once you start getting a couple dollars, you start spending. I grew my collection, meeting people everywhere. And then that turned into, hey, somehow along that road, pretty much I came to down this line, and here I got my own location now.
Okay, so I see you're really into the sneaker culture.
Yeah.
You're stamped into that. When was that moment when you realized that the Kikback was going to be something that you were going to put all your energy into? It was going to be something that you were going to try to grow into a bigger business than just, hey, I'm just selling sneakers. Mm-hmm. When did that moment come for you?
That I would say that official moment probably, I would say once I started realizing how much support we were getting when I opened this location. Doing it on the street was love, you know what I mean? It was for the love of the game and meeting a lot of people that were interested in sneakers and stuff. But I say opening this location, you meet people that aren't into sneakers, and you can get, that's your opportunity to say, look, we are sneakerheads, we out here, you know what I mean? So it's like, it's putting on for the community and letting us know we're out here and what we're about. We're not people that just, when people see us on the mall camping out, they're like, oh, who sleeps in line for sneakers? Nah, it's actually a culture. Like, we're a big family at the end of the day. Like, we know, it's funny, if you actually just listen, if you're not a sneakerhead and you just listen to the conversations that some of us have, you're going to be like, are they even speaking English? And if you know that yourself, because you into sneakers, you know, right. Once you start talking, you know, LeBron 11, Fortune irons, you're like, what are you talking about? Like, you start taking DS and terminology that people on the outside end like, yo, what are y'all talking about? So I feel like that was our opportunity, like, once I opened this location, to let people know what we're about, and honestly, a lot of just pretty much open the world to the culture of sneakers in Delaware, at least. So that's when it opened and said, yo, we can actually do big things, and we were getting support from everywhere. I mean, cats is coming down from Chester, Philadelphia, just to support our location, because it's like, we're all about experience here. So people are coming in and they're like, yo, we've never experienced anything like this. There's been other sneaker stores always around since I feel like I was younger, but the experience here is one like none other. So that's where I say I feel like, yo, we can do big things with this, especially with the support we get.
Okay, I definitely see your influences definitely all throughout Delaware, and that's something that we definitely need. What's your favorite sneaker, or do you have maybe a brand that you associate yourself with more than out of the others? But what sneaker means the most to you?
So you're going to make me think on that one. I've actually never got asked that question. I would say, let's start with the brand. My favorite brand is going to be, I love foam posits, and I always love foam posits. That was really, if you see, like, down here, we got a whole bunch of foam posits, and people are like, oh, they not really. Nah, I don't care. I'm going to rock them foam posits. And the thing is, why I like foam posits is because I'm hard on my sneaks, and it's crazy to say, like, I sell sneaks and stuff, but I'm hard on my sneaks. I give my restorer my sneaks every week just to clean my sneaks up, because I'm hard on them. So, like, foam posits, I fell in love with foam posits because it was like, bro, I can go dick these shits and they'll come right back. Like, it's almost impossible to really destroy a foam posit unless you're out here really scuffing your stuff. So that's why I fell in love with foam posits. That was my favorite. And then I would say that's what I would say my favorite brand is right now. So Nike foam posits. Even though I do wear like a lot of Yeezys because I'm moving around and I'm comfortable. I do get a lot into Air Maxes in certain colors because there's so many different, like, with the Air Maxes you can express yourself in, like, if you like Air Max 90s, you like Air Max 1s, you like Vapor Maxes. There's so many different colorways within each style. Instead of, like, you can go to a Jordan 3, there's probably about 40 different colors, 40 solid different colorways, but with the Air Maxes, there's probably maybe 200 different colorways between one Vapor Max. You got Vapor Max 1, 2, 3, you got so many different colorways and stuff. So I would say my favorite sneaker is probably going to be Black Cement 3s. You can't go wrong with them. I actually missed out on them when they came out in, what was it, 2011, I believe? No, 2000. Yeah, I believe 2011. I wasn't a sneakerhead really too much at that point. But, yeah, I would say Black Cement 3s. You can't go wrong. Black, white, and red. Like, I got two, three pairs of those before. So I was like, yo, that's my favorite sneaker.
Okay. I would have to say, you know me, I'm an Adidas head, so I would have to say Yeezys all the way, all the time. Can't go wrong with the Yeezys.
Yeah, that's the thing I'm saying. You can't go wrong with these. They're comfortable. You can dress them up. You can dress them down. And that's why everybody's starting to realize, like, everybody was saying, fuck Kanye, I'm not wearing. Well, all right, y'all still going to rock them because they're comfortable. And they fly. You can get fly with them.
Exactly.
So,
it's a good product.
Yeah.
It's a good product. So who do you draw, if any, do you draw any inspiration from anybody, like business-wise, just when it comes to growing your business or anything like that? Is there anybody that you look towards for inspiration?
Inspiration, I would say like my dad. You know what I mean? My dad is an entrepreneur, and he's always like motivated me to do my own thing, and like he's just a business, like he's just business mentally. Like he's always thinking, how can I do better? Even when you're on top, stay hungry and continue to act like you're at the bottom. You know what I mean? Because some people when they get to a point where it's just like, oh, I'm doing great, they get comfortable. And that's the thing. He always keeps me hungry. Like, all right, don't stop there. Like, when I was doing this on the street, I was doing great, you know what I mean? And I was one of the top cats on the street selling sneakers, but it's like, yo, how do you elevate that to the next level? And the same thing here. We got a location. How do we elevate that to the next level? So I would say my dad definitely motivates me, and then also the support from my family. That's just, I just want to see how much I can really do for them, you know what I mean? They support me no matter what I do with this, you know what I mean? So they see the light at the end of the road.
Speaking of the next level, I've heard that you guys are going to maybe moving from this great location to even bigger and better things.
Yeah.
Can you maybe give us an insight, if you can, on that?
Yeah. So yeah, that's the hope. I mean, my goal wasn't just to open one location, and this really was the test run. This space is about 650 square feet. So our next location, we're looking at about 1,300 square feet in a premium area. So thanks. But that's just the understanding of low. We're trying to take this to next level. How do we keep staying hungry? And all right, we did it down here, but how do we do that, let's just say, in Philly? How do we do that in New York? We're trying to grow as big as we can. Why stop in just one city when we can take over the whole East Coast? And that's where we used to have, and I don't know if it's still up here. Yeah, it says 302 Takeover up top. And that was the goal, but sometimes when you accomplish your goals, it's like, what's next? You know what I mean? Or who knows? Our next location may say East Coast Takeover, you know what I mean? Or Philly Takeover. So it's like, let's just keep going and keep our foot on the gas, like we ain't going to stop driving the car.
Okay. And with the Kikback, is there any collabs that you might be interested in doing? Maybe with like different companies or certain people, certain artists, anybody that the Kikback is looking to collab with? Anything like that?
I actually really didn't think too much. I mean, I take on opportunity that come to me. Like one of my friends, his name is I don't know if you know Cosmic Kev's son. What's his name? Katie Lee. He goes by Katie Lee. I don't know if you know Kevin Owens, but he threw me an oop. Like Dave East came here.
Okay.
Not 2 years ago. He came here 2 years ago, and he wanted to do a pop-up, and I was like, yo, let's do it. You know what I mean? So I take on what gets brought to me, and then as we go, we do get a lot of opportunities to work with a lot of people. But like I said, I just take what's best, and as long as it's with the vision with the company, you know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, we're here for the community at the same time as we're trying to make money. But as long as it's for the community, I feel like we'll definitely work with people, you know what I mean? Because something so simple as sitting down with an interview like you know what I mean? That's a collab right there, you know what I mean? We help each other out, you know what I mean? You're helping me by getting content and stuff like that, and just it gets the word out so people can know what we are here and what we're about. Who knows? We may have 6,000 followers that don't even know about us, and you post about yours. So that's the collabs, and we take opportunity. You hit me up, let's do it. You know what I mean? When you want to do it, I'm free tomorrow. You want to do it? Let's go. Exactly. So that's the thing. We take opportunities, whatever we can get. So yeah.
Okay, and again, I appreciate this opportunity full-heartedly. And you're a young black entrepreneur. What can you, any advice for any entrepreneurs out there, especially for people like us that look like us, that are trying to get their name out there, trying to build their brand? What advice can you give to them if they're, not maybe everything's not going the way they want to, or maybe things are going great and they don't know if they want to like take that next step or just, maybe plateau out? Is there any like advice that you would like to give, for any other young entrepreneurs?
I just tell anybody who's trying to do something, stay focused. That's the only thing. I feel like with with business or anything that you're trying to do, if you put your all into it, I feel like at some point it's going to work. It may not be going right now, but at some point that tension is going to flick and it's going to start going your way. You know what I mean? A lot of people, they'll hit a hurdle and be like, I can't do it, But that's the difference between winners and losers. You know what I mean? That's the difference between somebody who's built for this and somebody who's like, I'm going to just do something else. You know what I mean? So that's where I say, yo, you got to stay focused and put your all in. If you put your all in something, I feel like it's always going to work. And that's what I do here. You know what I mean? I just work 12 to 8. Pretty much I had to work in the morning to meet with another location so that we can open another location since 6 o'clock this morning. We open at 12. You know what I mean? I run the store from 12 to 8, and now we sitting down, yo, what else can we do? I'm staying focused, you know what I mean? So it's like, yeah, I could go hang out with my friends. It's Friday night, and we interviewing right now. So if you stay focused, I feel like you can definitely grind. You can definitely get to where you're going, and that's the big thing. A lot of people with this world, it's easy to get into distractions, you know what I mean? People want to live for now instead of later. And that's like I said, the difference between winners and losers. And it's when we're working, you know what I mean? Some people are out partying and having fun. There's nothing wrong with that, but how dedicated are you to your business or side hustle that you say? Yeah, I'm fully dedicated. So
I definitely see that. See that. And where do you see it? Where do you see the Kikback in 5 years? Where do you see Kikback being?
See, I don't like putting a cap on it. You know what I mean? Who knows? In 5 years, who knows? What I would like to see, I like to see multiple locations, but who's to say we don't start blowing up even better than we are now within the next year, and you know what I mean, we start taking this to the next level. So I don't have like a specific I don't have a specific like target, but you know what I mean, within 5 years, I would definitely like to be at a couple locations. You know what I mean? People knowing that we're around, you know what I mean? Who knows? It could even venture out past sneakers. You never know. Who knows? We might be doing cleaning service or you know, the sky's the limit, you know what I mean? Nothing's going to say, oh, we're only doing sneakers. I got a lot of things on my mind. We got some, it can venture out to whatever path it takes us down. If our customers come in and say, hey, we're not really into sneakers no more. We want you to sell, I don't know, you know what I mean? I don't really have a specific vision like, yo, this is what we only doing, but it's just like the sky's the limit. I'm here for everybody who supports us at the end of the day. So the Kikback is a brand, I would say. It's not necessarily just sneakers. And over time, yeah, we're focusing on sneakers, but if we have, let's just say we have about 2,000 customers that come here on a regular, all our focus is on our customers that are buying sneakers right now, but who's to say once this starts running itself, I can venture off and say, yo, the Kikback is now opening a club or something. And how does that sound? The Kikback, like, you know what I mean? You can go, the sky's is the limit. Who knows? That could happen within the next 2-3 years. So I don't ever put like we only going to do this, we only going to do this. The sky's the limit. You never know what we might venture into and step into. So that's what I was saying. Okay,
shifting focus a little bit. I know everybody's going to be looking into the fight this weekend. Who you got this weekend? You got Tyson Fury or you got Deontay Wilder?
Keep it a buck with you. I didn't even know what the fight was going on. That's where I say when I'm focused 100%, bro. Like I don't even pay. I have no idea. You told me the first time, I didn't even know who was fighting for real. Keep it a buck with you. I haven't turned on Netflix, 2K, any TV or anything. I'm fully 120% focused. Like I have no idea. Keep it a buck with you. I don't even know who
Deontay Wilder.
Deontay Wilder. I'm not really all. Yeah, I wasn't really big into UFC anyway, but the thing is, even if it's a big fight, I haven't really been paying attention too much. In my spare time, I'm sitting researching how can I reach out to more customers? Okay. How can I expand into our website so that we can reach other people who we got in Kansas, Ohio, and stuff like that. That's really what I do in my spare time. Of course, there's always going to be your downtime, you know what I mean? I do watch a little bit of basketball. I'm a huge Bucks fan, I say, but I don't have too much to like dig into, just chill and let's just say I do, but in that spare time, I'm definitely working. That's all. You know what I mean? I'm not really too big into UFC anyway, but you know what I mean? I probably, I have no idea, honestly. I don't even know who this. Keep it a buck with you. I don't know who them two people are. But, you know what I mean? Like I said, that's why I feel like that's the difference between me and you know what I mean, with the winners and losers. You know what I mean? When people are chilling and let's just say watching the fight, there's nothing wrong with that, but I'm sitting there, I'm still grinding to it and working on and off the clock. So that's the difference, I would say.
Okay. So you said you're a Bucks fan.
Yeah.
You in Delaware. We close to Philly.
Yeah.
You know, Philly and the Bucks gonna be going.
So that, yeah.
You think you guys are gonna make it this year to the chip?
Hey, we've been on the radar the last 4 years. I mean, we definitely should come over this hump. I just feel like Giannis has definitely got to be that guy in the playoffs. He's been that guy during the regular season because he's always going to give it his all, and he's another one who's focused on his craft. If you see that man, he was down. I think the Pistons, we were down. I mean, we were up 15 or 17 points, and this man was still playing like he's down by 20. So it's like just that level of intensity. I love. That's why I've always loved Giannis, and I love his hard work, and he's determined. Like he was gonna work himself. He's gonna work himself until he can't no more.
Even in the All-Star game.
Correct. Even All-Star. I feel like the All-Star game really got better because of Giannis 2 years ago when he was sitting there and he's giving it his all. So like I said, I'm a Bucks fan, but I definitely think we're gonna beat the Sixers. We owe y'all something. I don't know if you're a Sixers fan or not, but
I'm a Bulls fan.
You down? Jabari Park, y'all try to steal Jabari from us, but I think we're gonna beat the Sixers. I think we at home. We don't really lose at home, and we got something for them. They try to just do us dirty on national television on Christmas, so we coming for them.
Okay, well, that's going to be great. This is a great interview. Savage Time TV. We got Javez English. We're here at the Kikback. Available on Instagram, Twitter, all outlets. It's available. It's going to be out soon. Check out my man. Come in here, get in some sneakers, and that new location is going to be coming soon, right? Yeah, look for it towards the summer, mid-end of summer. That's what we're shooting for. So definitely, we're trying to expand. Like I said, we just trying to go up. Simple as that. But thanks for having me, you know what I mean? So I see you guys on Instagram doing your thing. All right, man, no problem. Thank you.
Cool.
Appreciate it. All right, wrap it up.